Alabama fan and proud of it. Gump Nation forever, brother.
Namath again faking, quickly finds his target.
Now cuts in. He's at the 40-yard line. He's at the 30.
Quick drop throws in the end zone.
Each number represents an expectation, a challenge that only a championship tradition can issue.
Pressure. Anders hits him. The ball is loose.
Alabama, here comes the heat. Cornelius Bennett. Whoa, did he get lit up?
It is an endless passing of the torch that urges the wearer to enrich his legacy.
Brings pressure up the middle in a hurry. They can't get away from Duncan.
Alexander first down and more. Richardson breaks free on the sideline. Turns it corner. Can you say goodbye?
Because at Alabama, tradition is not retired. It is built.
This does put a smile on my face.
Hey, good morning, everyone. I hope y'all are having a wonderful morning. I know I am. I've had a good breakfast this morning and went through some things today, and I'm just having a great morning. I feel like I want to say special good morning to Miss Susan. We are glad you made it back, hon. We've been learning about you and just hope you had a good trip. You know what I mean? You made it back safe to us. And so I see you in the chat room, so that's good to see and good to hear. Good morning to you, Miss Kimberly. I'm going to go ahead and put this up here just in case. There we go. I don't see much call for today, but who knows? But anyway, good morning to Mr. Jones. Mr. Stephen, good morning to you. You two have got a really good battle going on this Pickem show. I enjoy that. Jeff is nipping at y'all's heels, so y'all better watch it. By the way, Mr. Jones was right. He did get Notre Dame from the previous week, so he is up to 30. Stephen Hicks is up to 29. It's really turning out to be a good game over there, and I hope y'all are having fun with all that. And let's see who else we got in here. You probably gonna catch me, Jeff. I only got one yesterday. I haven't went through the thing as of yet, but I do have the scores, so we will get to that sometime today. All right, guys. This morning we're going to start off with the scores from yesterday a little bit, and then we're going to get into what we saw yesterday at Alabama. Yeah, we got some interesting things going to be coming up here the next week. Now I'm not talking about this show. I'm talking about college football in general, and I've got a few questions for you guys. So anyways, all right, yesterday, number one Ohio State beat Rutgers 42-9. Is that a surprise to anybody? Playing them cupcake teams every week. All right, Indiana didn't play. Texas A&M beat, I believe it was Samford yesterday, 48-0. Keep that score in mind, 48-0. And we had, let's see here. Okay, yep, Georgia beat Charlotte yesterday. Pretty reasonable, 35-3. Pay attention to these scores, okay? I'm going to get somewhere with this. And let's see. Number 7, Oregon beat USC yesterday, 42-27. Interesting score. Number 8, Oklahoma, by surprise to me, they only beat Missouri 17-3. Okay. All right, let's see here. We've got number 9, Notre Dame beat Syracuse 70-7. That's a basketball score. 70-7. And I'm wondering, stay with me on that. All right, let's see. Number 8, we already seen that. And, of course, number 10 yesterday, Alabama won. What was it? 56-0. 56-0. Interesting. All right, and let's see here. We have got Texas beat Arkansas by a score of 52-37. And we got Tennessee beat Florida 31-11, and BYU beat Cincinnati 26-14. Now, why is these scores important? It seemed like yesterday was kind of a show out week. I understand that. But why are you running up the score 70-0? Why are we going 56? All right. 17-6. Which one is that? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably the Oklahoma Missouri game. Let me see. You sure about that? Yeah, I believe you're right because they won by 11 points, and that was just enough to get the the win for the Oklahoma because they were posted up as 5.5, 5.5, which means they had to win by 6, and 17-6. Yep, they won by 11. So yep, that is a good score. All right. So what's coming up? All right, and we're like I said, we're gonna get into the game yesterday, and I really want to know your thoughts about yesterday. But we got some interesting games coming up this week, and I'm just gonna give you a quick rundown. And why yesterday was posturing to me. They're all trying to show out, do what they can do, make the numbers look good, and that's not just Alabama. All right, it was some other folks too. But next week we've got number 1 Ohio State playing 18th ranked Michigan. I don't think that's going to have much bearing on the playoffs because I don't think that's going to change. And you've got number 2 ranked Indiana versus Purdue. That's not going to change anything. This one might. Texas A&M ranked number 3 versus number 17 Texas. Texas done fairly decent yesterday. They beat Arkansas 52-37. Now, is that defense going to be strong enough to hold off Texas A&M? But it's going to have a big bearing, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here in a minute. Georgia versus Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech lost yesterday. Pittsburgh handled them pretty well, which kind of makes me curious about what's going to happen next week. Okay. All right. Let's see. Texas Tech will play West Virginia. Not going to have much bearing. Texas Tech is going to beat West Virginia. We all know it. All right. Ole Miss will be playing Mississippi State. That has a big bearing on the playoffs. Needs to watch that game. Number 7, Oregon plays Washington. Not going to change much there. Oklahoma versus LSU. And now these last on the verses, that's at their house. So, yeah, they're going to play some football, but I don't think they will win these games. But anyways, Oklahoma versus LSU. And you're going to have Notre Dame versus Stanford. No change there. Big change right here. Alabama versus Auburn. That has got a lot to do with the playoffs. Let's see, Vandy versus Tennessee, no big deal there, but that should be an interesting game to see who turns out on that one. BYU versus UCF, no change. And you're going to have Miami versus Pitt, who did just recently beat Georgia Tech. Miami is one of the darlings of the college football playoff system, and they are wanting to get in. So they really need to win this game. Now, why does all this matter? All right. I will tell you like this. I read something yesterday, and I feel like it's confusing. So maybe you guys can help me understand this. Yeah, I can't believe the season is almost gone myself, Susan. Yeah, they got 49. We got 56. We did cover, so if you picked Bama yesterday, you done a good job. All right, here we go. Texas A&M reaches the SEC championship and they got if. And if you've watched Piano Man lately, you heard his oars. All right. So here we go. Texas A&M reaches SEC if they beat Texas, or Auburn beats Alabama. Pay attention to that. Mississippi State beats Ole Miss. They'll go in. Simply the reason, hey, just beat Texas and you're in. That's all it is to it. Why they got to put if Auburn beats Alabama? All right, Alabama reaches SEC championship if they beat Auburn. If Texas beats Texas A&M. I don't know why we got to have a split decision there, but we'll see. If you ask me, Texas A&M will be in regardless as long as they beat Texas. All right, or we beat Auburn. Mississippi State beats Ole Miss. Georgia beat Ole Miss. All right, that's all I'm going to say there. Or we beat Auburn. Alabama wins a three-way tie with Ole Miss and Georgia based on the SEC opponent winning percentage. Sounds like to me all we really need to do is beat Auburn. That's it. And the third scenario for Georgia to reach into the SEC championship is Auburn beats Alabama, or Texas beats Texas A&M, or Ole Miss beats Mississippi State. Georgia wins three-way tie with Alabama and Ole Miss. I don't see that on the winning percentage. I just don't see that. I say that if we win against Auburn, which we should be in the SEC championship. I know Georgia is playing a bid for it. It's simple. Just win your games. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. So, anyways, one more thing. LSU, there is rumor going around that they are trying to offer Lane Kiffin $90 million. $90 million. Do you know how much more it would take to reach $1 billion? $10 million more dollars. It's $1 billion for coaches now. This is just getting ridiculous, out of hand. I thought LSU and the governor stepping in over $50 million payout just Kelly. And now they want to offer $90 million for Lane Kiffin. That is not a guarantee of championships. Man, that is just ridiculous to me. Or is this a ploy that this would knock out anybody else bidding for Lane Kiffin and give them some more power where they can knock that price down to get him away from Ole Miss? If you understand what I'm saying, if you're offered so much, you're not going to bid. You're not even going to try. So Florida's just going to back out. So now it's just how much is it going to cost to get him away from Ole Miss for LSU? That's what it's looking like to me. Whether that's going to be, I don't know. But that's just awful sneaky. Awful sneaky. By the way, if you want to come on and be part of the show, I'll post the link again. Come on up here. We'll have us a little conversation. All right, there we go. All right, let's see here. Yesterday's game, I heard the great KB Kangaroo Black say it's a good game, but don't get too excited. I mean, I understand. It's Eastern Illinois. But I look at it this way. You got to see what's in the future cupboard of Alabama. Who did you like the most yesterday? What do you think about the old line changes and the defensive lines and all the young players that we have got up and coming? What do you think about it? That's what I got excited about. We all knew we was going to win the game. We knew that. And we knew Ty would go out pretty early as far as all that goes. We've been through this before. But I really enjoyed seeing Austin Mack. I enjoyed seeing Keelan. I enjoyed seeing some of our running backs, A.K. Deere and Richard Young, getting back in there. Still wondering what's going on with Richard Young, but I liked watching him play yesterday. And, of course, some of our new wide receivers. I can't remember all the names, but it was fun to watch for me. So, yeah, I'm excited for the future of Alabama. What did you get out of it the most? Yeah. Vandy destroys Kentucky. Yep, they should. All right, let's see what you guys are talking about. We have to beat Auburn Hey, they don't understand something. We have to beat Auburn every year anyways, whether we go into playoffs or not. That is just a regular thing with us. If you want to stay coach at Alabama, you have to beat Auburn. All right. Did you see Lanning throwing shade at the SEC? What a joke of a that's because they are. They want to try to make themselves relevant. I'm sorry. I'm from the South. I can't talk half the time. And let's put it this way. They're trying to make the rest of the country. That's what all this is all about that we have talked about. They're trying to build up the rest of the nation to match up to the SEC because the SEC is just too daggone powerful for them. Mr. Jones says, I'll say we're going to have to win the SEC championship game to get in the playoffs too, just for the simple fact they don't want Bama in the playoffs because the committee is made up of Big Ten people. You're absolutely correct. Absolutely. I can't argue with it at all. Matter of fact, I've been kind of preaching it. And is it Arkansas that has the committee in mind? If I'm thinking right, who's he? You know, he's just appointed by, I guess you'd say, just so that we will bend and fold and keep. And I've been saying it. SEC needs to make their own championship games, and there's not a big good. It's pretty daggum close. Hey, I'll tell you what. You give me $1 million, I'll claim it as $1 billion. Let's see if I don't. Yes, sir. That's a lot of money for me. Okay. Anyways, Royal 6680. I haven't seen you in here before, but I'm glad to see you. I am really glad to see you. Hope you enjoy it. All right. Anyways, where was it at? The Big Ten. Yeah, I think if you really want to get SEC going, you get one of these other tougher coaches. And I'm not going to say DeBoer even, but you get somebody that really wants to stand up for the SEC. And I've said it before. I think SEC should have their own national championship. Forget the rest of them because they don't play nobody, and they want us to knock each other in the head and put our own selves out. And understand it, because you wouldn't have nobody from the North, the Big Ten, if they played real games all the time, deplete their depth and stuff like that. They wouldn't be none. And SEC win it every year. They've been doing it anyways. So why don't we just start our own league and keep the money? Don't have SEC Plus. I'll give you a little trick. If you get on YouTube and if you can simulcast or do something, you can put it on your own TV, but you can find the game at least on YouTube. I did yesterday. It worked out just fine. All right. Yes, I'm so glad she brought this up. I am happy to see Grubb on the sideline. How do you think he done? How do you think he done on the sideline? That's oftentimes been a controversial subject over here on this channel. Should they be in the box or should they be on the ground? And everybody seems to think that we like them on the ground. Like Kiffin did. Yeah, Grubb's been in the box, but this time he was on the ground. So what's your opinion on that, guys? Let's see. I don't have the app. Like I said, I just watched it on YouTube and simulcast it on my TV. My TV picked it up, big screened it, everything. We've done a great job. If we don't run the ball, we run the ball yesterday, AT. Good morning to you, bud. Glad to see you. Like I said, the link to the chat is up if you feel able. Anyways, yeah, we did run the ball a little bit, or more so than we have been. I'm glad to see it, but you do realize that when you run the ball, which is what we need desperately, it's going to bring your scores down a little bit. Let's put it that way, because you don't have the high flying. If you ain't got the capabilities to high fly, shock and awe, all that kind of stuff, you just need a run game. And Alabama is a run first team, but times change. But I still love running the ball. Yep. I'm with you, Susan. He should have been on the sideline all season. Do you think he would have done any better? I just wonder. Yeah, I'm sorry, Jeff. I didn't know that was your thunder. Good morning, Two-Time. How you doing, buddy? Always glad to see my friend Two-Time in here. Yep, it looks like, whether we like it or not, Alabama and Georgia is in the same boat. Biden to go play in the SEC championship. Good luck to both of us, Two-Time. But of course, I hope you lose. You know that. I like the coaches on the field. All right. Running plays look a little better. Didn't mean anything till we face a good year. Yeah. I mean, they would basically just show what we do have. Was you impressed with the running game? Did it show any kind of improvement to you? That's what because I know they took out Jam Miller pretty soon. Another tune-up game. I love this comment. I thought both wide receivers and tight ends played good yesterday. You got to see some future tight ends, and I'm really liking that. And the wide receivers. One stood out most to me yesterday was Freddie Pritchett. I really like that guy. He seemed to be one that could replace Cuevas, and I just really enjoyed the game. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really enjoyed it. No worries about losing. Let's put it that way. No stress, but it gave us a chance to see of what we got coming up. And it's a tune-up game. I don't know if you want to call it a tune-up game. I really don't. Anyways, I really enjoyed watching. Ty still looks like he's got a little problem with his throwing arm. Excuse me for a minute. Apologies. Sometimes I just have to do that. Yesterday was just a show for what's awaiting Auburn. Next game up, babe. That's it. That's all I'm going to tell you right there. It's a constant theme here. Just win the next game. Win by one. We don't give a crap. Just win. When I watch Wheels recap. I don't know Wheels recap. I don't know who they are, Jeff, but all right then. So, what do you really think? I mean, are you excited about what happened yesterday? Or are you just going through the motions? I'm gonna tell you what, I'm excited about what happened yesterday. It give Ty, because something was going on in that kid's head against the Oklahoma game, and it could have been just the defense was messing with him, as far as I'm concerned. But it seemed like to me it gave him a chance to get his arm back under control, because I think he was just throwing some stuff that was just nonsense in the Oklahoma game. Now, he did throw an interception yesterday. Yes, sir. That's 3 this year. 3 this year. That's pretty damn good for a quarterback. I'm going to have to give it that. I want to see Coach DeBoer make tough decisions if it has happened. If it has to come to the upcoming game and we're not scoring, hold the players accountable and bench who is not being productive. Is he got the Will? Oh, okay. Will's is a YouTube influencer. Okay, well, I don't care nothing about influencers. I care about what I think about what you guys think. That's just me. This is my Alabama football team and your Alabama football team. So, I really don't care about somebody else, quote, influencer. I just don't care nothing about it. But you go check him out. I'm not going to say nothing bad about him. I just, what I care about, what you care about, that's what makes me do these shows, okay? Yeah, that's a good one right there. Excited for the seniors play good football yesterday. So happy for them. I am too. And that's what this morning is all about. I'm really excited about how they got to play and got to watch them play for a while. They worked hard all year. You got scout teams and what is it, the 5th quarterback? What did he weigh? About 200. How many pounds did he weigh? He about 6'7", seemed like. Big old boy. Yes, sir. But anyways, yeah, is Coach DeBoer capable? Now, I understand loyalty. I really do. But if it's not working, are you going to be man enough or coach enough to set them down? Saban was. Look at Jalen Hurts, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL right now. And he set him down, put Tua in there. So, whether you want to call Saban a little crazy at times, but it worked. It won games. Okay, let's see. All right, who do we get from Auburn after Freeze was fired? I want that wide receiver. Oh, well, yeah, you're bringing up the portal. I'm kind of curious, guys. We got some good quarterbacks coming in. What's going to happen this time around in the transfer portal? I heard him say it on TV yesterday. Do you really want your other quarterbacks to show out and have somebody try to get them out in the transfer portal? Is that what you want? Hey, I'm like this. If you don't want to play for Alabama, ain't nothing I can do to stop you from going. If you want to go somewhere else, hey, glad you're here. Glad you made a trip. Okay. I pretty much watched most of the game yesterday. Ty played flawless until late. What is going on with Ty? There's something going on in his head, Susan. There's something going on in that man's head. I don't know what it is. His throwing motion has changed a little bit. If you watch him from the beginning of the year, and what I mean by that, he's basically here and he zips that ball. Okay. And here lately, I seen his arm drop, and it's like he's winding it, putting more shoulder work into it, and it didn't really just look natural to him. Uh, I don't know if he's reverting back to something as the year goes on. I don't know, but it didn't look like the same throwing motion in the Oklahoma game, and there was a couple times in this game it didn't look right. There's something going on there. I don't know what it is, but yeah, AK Deer got to finally play. How did y'all enjoy that? Did he do enough to say, hey, put him in the game, put him in the game? Did he do enough? Did he show you enough? I don't know. Good morning, Miss Latoya. Glad to see you, hon. Don't worry about being late. I'm here all day. Let's see here. Yep. There we go. I miss you. I do. Miss Linda P in the building. I have arrived. Good morning to you. All right. Okay, let me get off that. But it's always good to see you, Linda. Like I said, I'll post, if y'all want to come on the show, I'll post up the link in a heartbeat. Yes, sir. All right. I'd love to hear y'all's opinions. Ty's been getting pressured right off the right side since Missouri. He's speeding up his clock and throwing his mechanics off. Very good point. Very good point. Uh, Again, it goes back. We fussed about it last week. O-line, O-line, O-line. And I'm still sticking to it. I need to see some good quality O-line people either coming through the transfer or getting them outright into we say transfer so much I forget what we do. When they commit. That's a good question. Do you think Art was playing devil's advocate, seeing that Ty and Art are friends? Hmm. Let's see something here. 52-37. Well, I'm gonna tell you what. That must have been some quick scoring on Texas part because Arkansas scored 37 points. You know, and we beat Illinois, Eastern Illinois, 56-0, and we had the ball most of the time. Kind of makes you wonder, don't it? Kind of does. All right. So, uh, your ship broke down. I'm gonna stick to my flying. I'm gonna get out of that. All right. All right, guys. Anything else you guys want to talk about? What about the defense? What do you think about that? Laid the goose egg, and I'm talking about even the. How many strings did we go deep yesterday, Jeff? How many strings? Was it 2, 3, or did we even get into the 4th string? Kimberly, why'd you bring it up? Why'd you bring this up? Our kicker got booed yesterday, and rightfully so. I ain't got nothing against the kid personally, but come on, you're a missing field goal, and you get another guy come out there and kick an extra point, and that stadium just went about crazy. I mean, how bad it? I mean, loyalty again. What are you going to do? Everybody has lost confidence in this kicker. You need to do something. You can put somebody else. You can put a freshman out there. Heck, every time he hits one, that crowd will go crazy for you. All right, let's see here. If these quarterback interviews after the game, I believe, suited, it seems like all these questions the media asks them boosts their ego, creates extra pressure for them to perform instead of playing loose. Damn good point. Yeah, they need to get out of the media. Period. If I was them, I just got off the media because I'd probably be getting ticked off every day. Every day. Yes, the defense has played big. Ain't it funny how you ain't talking about oh jeez. Wait, Walmack, Kane Walmack. Ain't it funny how we're not talking about firing him or he needs to do this or he needs to do that now? Ain't it funny? And we're fickle people, especially in Alabama. The SEC, yeah, in general, but you talk about Alabama. I don't ever go to Georgia's channel, and I'm sure they actually do the same thing we do. but I think we do it more. We are very finicky over here. If you do good, you'll get all high praises. You do bad, you're gonna get the stink boot. I'm gonna tell you right now. But I just think it's funny. I do, and we all realize that Caleb DeBoer is a fine coach. So is Kane Wommack. He's proved himself. This is what his second year, if I'm thinking right. So I think Kane Wommack's doing a fine job. And it's only going to get better and better as the under studies learn what's going on, and it won't be near as hard to get them up to speed year after year. I think we do need to keep our coaches and support them. Is everything gonna work out the way we want to? No, no, it's not. But I do think that we're going to be just fine under the regime that we have now. All right, let's move on. Yep, our defense has stepped up big time. And the board needs to stop being loyal because loyalty does not win games, players do. Hey, sometimes you're on, sometimes you're off. I mean, you know that. Everybody knows that. There is my guy, Mr. Road Tide Rise Up. How are you doing? And 2-time strikes again. He understands Coach DeBoer fan. This is why I love 2-time. All right. Yep. Talty got booed. Then made an extra point and cheered crazy day. They even put another kicker in there, Steven. Put him in there and he kicked an extra point. Uh-huh. Yep. And that's just the way we are, Rise Up. That's just the way. And I'm almost sitting here and preaching. I think DeBoer has earned at least 2 more years. I think he has. Look at all the coaching going on around right now. But we got a fine coach. We really do. Now, do I care much about the West Coast? Yeah, I like seeing offense, but I'd rather see defense played like they did yesterday, and not just against a cream puff, but it shows that we got a lot of potential. And if you ask me, we've been keeping scores down, like the Oklahoma game. We shot our own selves in the foot. You're not going to sit there and fumble the ball, interceptions, and all that, and expect to win a game. And it wasn't a defense fault. None. No. But anyways, let's see here. Okay. All right. I'm going to change the subject, Tony. What do you expect and hope to see this coming up week in Auburn? Chicken Bone Field. What do you expect to see? What do you like to see? Who do you like? Linda. Salty Talty needs to go. He needs to go. All right. Let me add that. All right. So what do y'all think about coming up? What do you want to see? Do you want to see AK Deer? Do you want to see more of the running game? Do you think passing? I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I think Auburn has stepped up their game since they've lost Hugh Freeze. They actually have. And I'm for the players themselves, I'm proud for them, but I hate Auburn. I'm just going to put it to you that way. I'd kind of like to be Auburn for be another little cupcake team, but, you know, we're all about competition. And Auburn's always been, you know, one that's tough to beat down there in Chicken Bone Field. That's just the way it is. Who do we got out, Kimberly? If I remember right. Let's see. I see Bradford yesterday on the sideline. There was somebody else on the sideline that I did not want to see. Did they say Bradford's is wearing a boot? I believe I heard on Piano Man the other day. I can't remember. But anyways, I do want to see our players get back. But if Bradford is still hurt, don't put him in. Don't put him in. Auburn's not worth it. You got a chance to get to the SEC. I think you could do it without him. I think you can. But I'm going to still be honest with you. Are you sold on Alabama 100%? All right, let's see here. Thanks for the comments, guys. AK Deer, he's going to be a beast. Clog it. Then P said, clog it. Put it in there. It is. I can't wait to see. I'm just wondering. Because yeah, you guys know just as well as I do. You could have somebody over there in the wings waiting, and what little bit we get to see of them, they're playing either lesser team or lesser players, like second string, third string, whatever. and then all of a sudden they look great, and then when you put them up against the big boys, they don't look so good. Some of them shine like new money, but I'm just kind of curious to see what I'd love to see him against Auburn. I want to see his potential. I really do. I also wanted to see Young, and I don't know what's going on there. I expect our defense and offense to rise up, play Alabama football, beat Auburn, no doubt about it. I want to see it. I want to see some fire. I want to see some enthusiasm out there on that field. I want to see big boys make sacks and turnovers. Man, Kimberly, you're on fire today. I do too. And I think that was one of the things that they said about the Oklahoma game. With no turnovers on our side or not enough. Not like they have been. It's kind of like it's not like they said on TV, it's not glaring until you don't do it. Steven, I'm tired of people saying Jordan Hairless is scary. Ain't nobody scared of the cow at college. Not gonna say. Not gonna say. Okay. All right. Hang on just a second. Good morning, Mr. AT. How are you doing?
Good, brother. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing just wonderful. Just wonderful. Got sitting here talking to good people on chat room. I love doing this. I get to
I
hear.
got a double.
You go
Yeah,
right
that's
ahead.
good.
We'll keep going. All right. Chickamauga Field. We don't know what's going on down there, but it's all Rise Up's fault. I'm gonna tell you that much. Quavos. Okay, hang on a minute. AT, while you're doing that, yeah, Quavos. Is he injured? I hope not. I'm gonna tell you what. Freddie Pritchard looked good yesterday, and I think that he can do just fine. But I really want Quavos. That man is sure-handed, hard to bring down. I think he's your better chance at tight end. But I did like watching Pritchett yesterday. It's like playing LSU again. Yeah, I know, but there's always that chance.
I think I got it
Bernard,
straightened out. Do you hear me?
yeah, I could hear you anyways. You're all right. You sound good. Let me go through this a little bit more in AT. We'll see what you got on your mind, okay? By the way, you sound good this morning. Glad to hear it.
Yeah, I feel a lot better, guys. That medicine, when it works, I feel like a normal human being. Thank you.
Good. I like the way Alabama distributed the ball. The different tight ends keep changing. I'm telling you, that's an important part of our team. I've always admired Notre Dame for it. They used to use their tight ends all the time and had some great ones. They really did. Sure-handed and hard to bring down. And I like the fact that we're moving that way a little bit too, not just the wide receivers and running backs. I really like because guys, you got to understand something. If you don't have your short yardage players that stand out in that particular situation, you're going to lose if you don't make first downs. You're going to be punting the ball. If you want to score more, you need those tight ends to catch balls like that, or somebody, whether it be wide receiver, but most of the time it's been the tight ends. If you don't have them, you're like a football team without a kicker. Okay. I am behind Alabama all the way. Yeah, me too. Yesterday raised my confidence. I'm 100% confident that we cannot let a game come down to Salty. You just don't know how well that is said. That's the best thing you can do is score a touchdown. Don't put it in his hands to win the game. It's kind of like we're almost tying ourselves down with hey, what's going on here? There we go. Letting refs decide the outcome of a game. Now you're letting the kicker decide. Come on. That is just so true, though. So true. And I don't know who it is. I'm not used to that name, so I don't know who you are, but that was a damn good comment. Yep, here you go. AT, it is good to see you. Still got fans out here, brother.
Hey, brother, I tell you, guys, I really do. I had a great the other day watching Alabama. Of course, Eastern Illinois. Can you hear me good?
Yes, sir. Not a problem.
Okay. Eastern Illinois, you really can't learn nothing. All you do is hope you get out of there without no major injuries because we got guys, like I said before the game, walking around in walking boots, which is normal for offensive linemen a lot of times because their ankles are at the end of the year like it is right now. Your ankles are absolutely stressed to the max. Your knees are stressed. Can you imagine being Caden Proctor, 6'7", 366 pounds, and you're running, you catch that pass, you're running. I mean, just the 366 pounds on your ankle and your stuff, it's got to wear you out. Icebox. I mean, I don't say they don't wear boots year round between practice sessions. I mean,
No, you're absolutely right. That's a lot,
say,
lot to carry around.
I just said a couple of things on there. But, after South Carolina game, did you see where they was trying to recruit our quarterback? Did you catch that? Kalen
Say
DeBoer
that
called
again.
him talking about South Carolina. After
Say
the
that again.
Alabama-South Carolina game,
Mhm.
did you see where DeBoer caught the guy trying to recruit his quarterback on the field? I think it was Keelan Russell.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And
yeah.
I mean, that's why I brought that up about Auburn's wide receivers. With Freeze gone, I would go after Cal Coleman. You get him on our receiving core we got now, and we'd be unstoppable. We'd have 5 first-round draft picks on that offensive. I mean, on the wide receivers. I mean, right now we got 4 going to play in the NFL, and he could be a field one. But Cal Coleman is Ryan Williams. He's about 5 inches taller.
Yeah, I got to see Richard Young yesterday, Latoya. Thank you. I really, they worried me first couple of plays, but at least he scored yesterday, and I'm curious about the young man. I really want him to do good. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, that we had the coach from South Carolina talking to him. DeBoer went up there. I need to stay away from my boy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he got him away from there.
That, and of course, Bray Hubbard's been playing lights. I'd love to have 4 Bray Hubbards in that secondary if they can all cover. Bray Hubbard's the best hitting safety in college football right now. If he's not the first safety taken in college football, NFL should be shot. Bray Hubbard is something else. That kid, when he flies through, you know who it is because all he is a red blaze. And you see the runner. When you hit the runner and you actually start knocking him backwards, that means you hit him. If he falls forward, he hits you. But when he hits him, you watch them guys. When he hits them, they always going backwards. They never go forward. They're going backwards when he hits them.
Hey, let me ask you something, AT.
Come on with it.
Has there been anybody on the defensive side that has impressed you this year?
Besides Bray Hubbard, John Zapier, when he got out there, he blows by him tackles. You put him on one side of Quay Russo, so when he gets healthy on the other side, we'll have the end of Quay Russo. And maybe say, we'll have 2 defensive ends. It's going to be hard to pass block. I mean, if they drop back to pass, Pierre can go by him. If they double team him, then Quay Russo would have been hurt. Quay was doing good. If you remember before he got hurt, he was doing real good at getting pressure on the quarterback. That's what we've been lacking. When Pierre got in there, he puts pressure on that quarterback, and that's how come we beat South Carolina. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. But John Zapier has been the biggest difference on that defensive line. We need a defensive lineman to put pressure on the quarterback without having to bring a blitz. If you get pressure like Oklahoma did us, we had no business losing Oklahoma just like last year we lost to Vanderbilt. Granted, they are a good ball club. I'm not trying to take it off from them, but all Oklahoma's defense is 4 defensive linemen, icebox. So when we lost to them, I thought, okay, that's this problem with it. So young Zapier is coming on. He's doing better. But your question, and I'll let you speak to it. You asked me the best player this year would be the newcomer, John Zapier.
I think so. I don't know if he's freshman, redshirt freshman, what, but he's really been nothing but impressive. Oh, geez. There's another one out there. I can't remember who it was. Help me out.
You're talking about.
I can't remember his name, but he's doing a fine job. Green. Hill Green.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Your first name, so it's hard to remember. I tell you what, you mentioned Kane Womack earlier, how Kane Womack's done better. He's doing better and some of the play situations, and for the life of me, why are you standing in a 3-3-5 against a team that runs the ball, runs the ball, runs the ball? It's killing me. Get that fourth defensive lineman in there, and that way you have four guys on line of scrimmage. They're not getting a free pass to the secondary to get to that next level wide receiver. Next level linebacker or safety. They got to worry about that one more guy on the line. When they do that, you're running a lot better. And that's my opinion. I'm not no coach or anything like that, but I just don't think Kane understands that 3-3-5 against a running team. You need to get out of that.
Okay, I want to see something here. Do you see LSU or LSU spoiling our season? And what way, Jeff? What way do you figure that LSU could spoil our season this year? That's what I'm worried about this year. I don't know where he's going with that.
Probably it's not as much a quality win as it would have been last year. Quality win for our regular strength of schedule. That's something I didn't think about.
Okay. Auburn's not all that great, but yet we're going to be judged if we should go to the SEC if we win or lose that game. So, I mean, look at all the daggum cupcake games the North plays. You know what I'm saying? I think LSU could beat well over half of people in the nation, and they suck, just to be honest with you.
If we beat Auburn,
that's just not a fair comparison. Huh?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I had a gap in there. I'm sorry. If we beat Auburn, we go to the SEC championship game and beat Georgia, whoever it is, we should be one of the top four teams again because of who we played and how hard we played all year long. That's my opinion. We should be able to get back in the top four if we beat Auburn and win the SEC championship. As SEC champion, would they not be one of the top four?
Okay.
I don't know if you heard all that.
Hey, you glitched out on me right there at the end.
Okay, I'm on my old computer. What I said was, if Alabama wins against Auburn and goes to the SEC championship game and wins it, as SEC champion, we still get back in the top four. And we should be a top four team again if we win the SEC championship game. That's my opinion, obviously. I don't know what you think.
Well, I'm gonna say this much. I don't understand that you can sit here and tell me and say, okay, all we need to do is beat Auburn. We're in the SEC game. We're going to college playoff. That means we have to go play Texas A&M, and they're saying win, lose, or draw, we could still go to the playoffs if we lose to Texas A&M. That puts us at 3 games lost this year. I don't get that. Hey, I'm first and foremost all about Alabama, but why are you going to put us in there with a 3 loss?
They talk about last year's. They're talking about last year, set the precedent for it when SMU got beat by Clemson. Still made the playoffs. SMU had no business being in the playoffs. Just like this, I call them a Cinderella, that group of 5 team. Why? Why in the heck would you put the group of 5 in? They don't belong. But anyway, they're saying that SMU set the precedent last year when they lost in that championship game against ACC Clemson. SMU made the playoffs. And that's what they're saying. It's just the precedent was set last year. If you go to your championship game, you should not be penalized for losing it as far as making the playoffs.
Well, and I understand that. You got different conferences, of course. ACC is middle of the road, packed. And I said this the other day on Piano Man's show. You got the Pac-12, you got the Big 12, and heck, you ain't got but like 2 or 3 teams in there. Pretty much all together. How many teams is that actually in the Big 12 now? What are you gonna call it? The Big 3? I don't know what you're gonna do. Yeah. But you get a spot in the college playoffs. I don't get that. It's no competition to me. And football is a competitive sport. I don't care about your name. I really don't. I don't care if Auburn makes it. I don't care if Ohio State makes it. I don't care that Alabama makes it if you're not competitive. I don't like going up there and getting our butts handed to us if you're not competitive. If you go up there and you lose a game by 6 or 3 points, but you played a damn good game and you played hard, I'm proud of you. You're my team. and that's the way all Alabama always has been. You seen that one time when we played Cincinnati, or was it Utah? We didn't have our hearts in it. We went up there and had our butts handed to us, and knowing
Yep.
good and well we was the better team. They come up there and they
Right.
played hard and beat the piss out of us. I want competitiveness. I want to see you compete to the last second. Okay, that's what you're nowadays. That's what you're paid to do. You know, back then it was your heart. You know, and I still want people that plays hard on this football team, not for the money, not for the egos and the glory that comes with it and all that kind of stuff. Come in here with pride and heart that you want to play football. That'll stop a lot of this daggum transfer portal. And I'm gonna tell you what, Piano Man and Mr. Bishop was right. You know, if you got 3-star players with heart, which that was never brought up, if they got heart and are coachable, you're going to have your fine ass football team in the SEC.
I agree. And I tell you what, the last tight end that really done any good at Alabama was that tight end that we had when we played Clemson. I can't remember the guy's name. He's in the NFL now. He got like 93-yard touchdown against Clemson. Do you remember that tight end?
Against Clemson?
I can't remember his name, but what I'm comparing him to is this Quavos kid and the way we use him. Quavos is probably a top 3 tight end. I don't know if there's another tight end out there who's a better pass receiver. And you think about how many passes have you seen Quavos drop? He gets a ball thrown, he catches it, he makes good plays. I love Quavos. And that Pritchett kid you was talking about earlier that played the other day, that tight end.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about using the tight ends. I agree 110%. They're the most underused player, but I'm most underused position in college football. If you got your tight end out there, they're trying to cover him with a probably the weak side linebacker. If you cover those weak side linebacker one-on-one, he's going to eat their butt up. So I agree with you on your tight ends. We use him where we need him. But here's the thing also. The running backs are not as good as we thought they were. I mean, I don't see it. You don't have your I can't think of the name now. You don't have that running back like we've had in the past that can blow through a hole and gain 3 yards on his own with no blocking. We got good running backs, but we don't have that difference maker. Go ahead.
But is that because of the offensive line, or is it the quality of the running backs we've got?
Both. It really is. I think the quality of running backs is not a lot, but the quality of running backs is a little bit lower. The offensive line, I don't know why they're not getting a push off the line. They cannot get. I mean, they're blocking their guy, but they're not getting him 3 yards downfield. They're blocking him at the line of scrimmage, so when he hits a hole, he's getting hit at the line of scrimmage and getting another yard. Okay, if they got him pushed off the ball 3 yards, makes contact there and gets another yard now instead of a 1 yard or 2 yard gain, it's a 4 or 5 yard. That's the biggest difference. That line is not getting that push that they need to get that running back first contact at the line of scrimmage rather than down the field.
Jeff Staples said you're referencing to O.J. Howard. I couldn't think of his name either, but I will say this much: O.J. And there was another one too that was right there with him. It might have been before him or after him. I can't remember his name. But O.J. Howard was a fine tight end, and he didn't seem like he dropped many balls either. For some reason, these tight ends have glues on their hands. I mean, if that ball, they catch it with both hands. They don't play around with it. They just grab the ball, turn and run, and get as many yards or as many inches that they can get. All right. They're not going to outrun a bunch of folks on the field, but when you see one tear off 5, 10, 12 yards, that's a damn good run for a tight end. All right. And Cuevas might have dropped one ball all year, but you watch a tight end catch a ball. They're squared up almost, and they're looking at that ball, watching it right into their hands because they know this is an important pass and whatever yardage that they can get, Now, O.J. Howard was more used in the end zone itself. Every now and then a little bit for a yards gainer, but Cuevas has just been what I call outstanding in both areas, in the end zone and on outside of the field. Now, do you see Oklahoma losing to LSU Saturday? No, I do not.
No,
Jeff, I really don't. I think Oklahoma is a better. I still feel that Alabama is a better team than Oklahoma, but I feel like that Oklahoma is not a bad team at all. Matter of fact, they're probably underrated in my own eyes, but they are they're proven to be worthy of being in the SEC. I'll tell you that. But I still feel like Alabama was the better team. We just lost to the worst enemy we could play, and that was ourselves.
Turnovers, guys, on that one. And I agree with you 100%. LSU, they played us with all the heart they had left, all the magic they had left. Their coaches gone, which I never thought Brian Kelly. After the beginning, I thought he was going to be a good coach at SEC, but he just, after a couple of years, it sort of just, you could tell he wasn't meshing with the community, the culture down there at LSU, and they're a very unique fan base, very unique mindset, the Cajun ideas and stuff like that. And in college football, it's a total different way of life down there. We're in the SEC. LSU's the most unique when it comes to that culture. He goes down there first time, he's dancing with his kid, and he does some silly stuff, just trying to fit in. And you could tell from the get-go he was trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. And he never did mesh. So I don't know who LSU. I think, did they say that this morning that I think there was a big twist that happened this morning with Lane Kiffin to LSU. Any of y'all heard about that? If y'all pull out, somebody says that, please put it up there. But I seen something where it said there's a big change as far as Lane Kiffin possibly to LSU. Now, how much a change, I don't know. But back to the O.J. Howard. The Quabos is the most used tight end we've had, and you see how good he is. That's the thing about Ryan Glove's offense. He uses that tight end. Nobody uses a tight end. We got great tight ends. If we get that running back like I cannot remember names in my life. We get can't think. Go ahead. If we do.
Well, I'm gonna put it to you like this: if you don't have that short yardage guy, and these are things that I look for in the Alabama football team itself year after year. I look for that one dominating cornerback. I can't. Is his name Keith Jackson, or I can't remember, but it was a guy named Jackson, wore number 3, that really stirred me up about that. I always tried to pick somebody on the defense that is just dominating. I know people are looking at Bray Hubbard this year. I don't see Bray Hubbard as the dominating. I mean, he's great and he's done a good job. Don't think that I'm taking that the wrong way. But I'm looking at Pierre. I'm looking at some of the linebackers, how they can rush the quarterback, make changes, even if they don't ever get to him, make him change his mind, rush a pass, those kind of things. A good cornerback, a good strong safety is, which is Bray Hubbard. I know he's good, but I need to see somebody out there in the corners that's dominating. So that way you can use your strong safety more so toward the middle and whatever side of the field that your good cornerback is opposite of. Does that make sense to you? I'm hoping. But that's what I look for in a defense. Somebody
yes, sir.
Domination in a dominator in you got your Rolando McClains, you got Hightowers, you got Moses. There was a few others that was transferred that come in and was more proficient on pass rushing, that kind of stuff, But there's always somebody dominating on either on the line or in the linebacker position that was always necessary, and you always had a necessary quarterback. I ain't saying quarter, I'm saying corner. I know they got different names for them now, but a different corner that would play excellent defense that you just didn't want to throw to, because he would either intercept or knock the ball or bust them so hard that they didn't want to catch the ball no more. You always had that one. I'm not seeing it this year. I agree. Bray Hubbard's doing a great job. I'd like to see more Pierre, because I really love his style. Great. So there's one of my defensive line guys. Not really picking up anything off the linebackers, but I really would like to see a cornerback do a little bit better, and I think we'll be all right. More so, we'll be domination on the defensive side in my eyes.
What's the name of that young quarterback that they put in for Keon's side? You know what I'm talking about? The side wasn't playing good early on. They put in as a freshman. He's starting at quarterback. Now you brought that up and made me think. I'm having a hard time remembering names. He's been playing real good, guys. He's number 3.
That's the fault of us getting old.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm trying to hunt stuff up as far as what we got on this team and I can't remember things like I used to. But He replaced back transfer from USC. They replaced him with him. I can't name his name. Horrible. I'm trying to look it up.
Hell, he probably played yesterday.
But yeah, he did. He played. He's a starting cornerback now for us instead of that Damani Jackson from. He come here. He was a starter. Okay, after a while, this kid that safety. Remember, he got beat against Georgia. Then he intercepted that pass against Georgia, at the end of the game and won the game for us. If you remember who that kid is, that's what I'm referring to.
Okay. All right. I'm going to ask you a question, and we're going to get off.
Okay.
We're going to get off here. No, you're right. I'm going to ask you a question, and you just give me the best answer that you can. What's it going to take, and what would you like to see in this Auburn game? All right. And the reason I say this, what if we can't run the ball? What do you think we need to do? What if we can run the ball? Do we need to play it that way this weekend? Here, let me throw some names at you that might help you. Xavier Brown, does that help you any?
Xavier Brown, that's that defensive back that took over for Damani Jackson. True freshman or redshirt freshman one. That's the Xavier Brown. That's the kid I was talking about. That is the DB intercept that pass against Georgia. They were picking on him because he's a freshman. But at the end, he made the final play. But yes, sir, Xavier Brown's a very good defensive back.
All right. So now let me know. What do you think we need to do this weekend at Auburn to ensure that we win this game? Because I'm going to say Auburn's got a chance. It's at their home.
Yeah, anytime you play at Auburn down there at Chicken Bone Field, they get out them voodoo priests out there, and they get out there and they hex that field, whatever you want to call it. Like Saban said, that place is haunted. Something about that, I don't understand it. Nobody can explain it. It's just the Auburn experience. They're down there supporting their team the best they can, and I still say there's some witch doctors up there somewhere. But against Auburn, they're going to try to do what everybody else has done. They're going to look and see what Oklahoma done to us. They're going to try to do what Oklahoma did. What Oklahoma did is nobody else has that front four of Oklahoma. If you have a front four as good as Oklahoma, you can give us problems, okay? Auburn's quarterback, I don't think he's a running quarterback like Mateer, is he? I don't think he is.
I don't even stay up with Auburn. I don't care nothing about Auburn. Now, guys, I'm going to tell you this much. Auburn is a beautiful school. I've been down there, drove through it. The town is nice. Got no problems with them as far as that goes. The only thing I don't like about Auburn is the football team.
Right.
Period. I can't stand them. Now, has there been times that Auburn should have won national championships before the buyout of Cam Newton, I call it? Yeah. Tuberville went 13-0 one year and did not go to the national championship. And he could have beat USC or whoever they played. He could have won it. Just to be honest with you, I felt like he had that kind of a team. But now, does that make me an Auburn fan? Hell no. No, I'm not an Auburn fan. I do believe in competition and fair is fair. That's just the way I see it. But no, I don't like Auburn at all as far as the football team itself. Never have, never will. But I'm not going to say nothing bad about the school. No, I'm not going to do that. It's a beautiful place. But yeah, that field.
It is.
So what do you think it's going to take for us to win? Let me shut up and hear your point.
Well, tight end Quavos, he's going to have to be healthy. We're going to throw the Quavos. So I think Quavos will be targeted more against this team than any other team this year because you try to cover that guy with the linebacker, you're messing up. Okay, Jeremy Bernard is going to be back. He should be healthy. Ryan Williams is going to be back. He's going to be healthy. You got that Ryan Williams. We have 4 wide receivers. I can't think of his name right now. But you got the 4 wide receivers. If you put at least 3 of them on there, 3 wide receivers, a running back, and a tight end being Quavos. I don't know who your running back is because our running backs are not dynamic. They're okay right now. For whatever reason, I don't understand Richard Young. Excuse me. I don't understand what's going on with Richard Young. You mentioned him earlier. Why he's not doing – he ought to be up there, big bruising back like Riley is for Alabama. I think our tight ends will be the difference in the game. Our tight ends catching passes. When you know it's 3rd and 3, you need to run the ball. We can't run it. We're going to throw it to the tight end icebox. I think we're going to use the tight end a lot more. I don't know about Ryan Williams because everybody knows he's dropping the ball. Jeremy Bernard's back. And again, I can't remember another wide receiver, but you put 3 wide receivers out there, and that means they cannot double your tight end with that safety over the middle. If they put a safety over the middle, which is usually on the hash mark, if you have a 2-deep safety to stop the passing game, which is what they'll do, you got 3 wide receivers. Okay, you got to get them, but that tight end is going to be wide, just wide open down the seam route every time. I think that's going to be a difference in the game. If they run that 2-deep safety and they're trying to stop Ryan Williams and they're trying to stop Jeremy Bernard, and you cover that tight end one man, you're in trouble. But also, I wish Grubb could get more of a passing game to the running backs out of the backfield more. But it's a design more than a check down. I like to see that because a lot of times we throw to them out there in the flats, it's a check down because the plays are covered downfield. I want to see them throw to the running back as a design. Pull that big 6'7", 366 Parker out there and get him going out there. And if he gets one guy blocked, that tight end, and that wide receiver, that running back could bust it. That's why I say I think we'll have to use our tight end. And then on defense, John Zapier, Quay Russo, if he's healthy. I can't remember that defensive tackle's name right now. He's played good all year. He's been double team all year, but Alabama, he's been good. But I want Bray Hubbard in there. I want him knocking in the dirt. Go ahead. What's funny? What'd you say?
Stephen Hicks, make Auburn donate all their toilet paper to the needy.
I hear you, Mr. Stephen Hicks. Yes, sir, buddy. I agree with you 110%.
I'm sorry about that. That was funny. That was funny.
Hey, don't be sorry. I enjoy this.
Yeah, let me ask you this then. Do you think this matters?
Yeah.
Keep Grubb on the field. That can see their offensive coach face to face will play harder. You think that would help?
I think it helps with communication with an 18-year-old or 19-year-old. If that coach is telling them what you need to do on this play, if you see this, if you see that, get down there in front of him and look at him. When you're talking to a player, you're talking to a student. You're talking to 18, 19-year-old kid that needs to look somebody in the face and be told, yes, you're right, no, you're wrong, and reassure him. If you're just telling him in the earpiece like I'm doing now with you,
yeah.
I hear you talking and all that. It's not the same as if you're in my face and we're able to talk, and I'm the coach, I'm looking at you, and I see you got problems, I can see it in your eyes, I can say, okay, I'm going to try this a different way. That's the biggest difference. He can see the player's eyes and he knows what they're thinking because he can see them, you look at the kid in the face and you talk to him. But I think it's better for him on the field for him because he gets to see what the players are walking around, their body language on the field. He watches them sitting down talking. He sees if they're intense, upset, emotional, whatever it is. He can get a feel for them up there down on the field. He can get up there in the press box. So, I love it. I'd tell my offensive defense coordinator, if you go up in the press box, don't come back down. Just keep going.
Well, let's put it this way. I feel like in the press box, you see more about what the defense is doing.
Right.
And you try to scream around that. I like the groundwork of a coach down there because you get to see what your offense is doing. And you can straighten them out from there. You ain't got nothing in between, no middleman, if you ask me. All right. Yeah, Riley had a good game yesterday. I was glad to see that. He is another one, and he's a good little speedster. I'm going to tell you, and you're going to need that speed, especially when it comes to these playoffs. All right.
Riley's getting more and more playing time, too. I agree with you. Go ahead.
Yep. All right. You got anything else this morning before we get off? I've been on here about an hour and 10 minutes, and I think I've got all of what everybody feels about yesterday and what's coming on. Anything before we get on what game matters this week to you as far as the SEC potential or college playoff?
As far as the playoff, Texas A&M to me right now should be the number one ranked team in the country. A&M got that young quarterback, but he's a running quarterback. Excuse me, I got something on my throat, icebox. Go ahead.
You're okay. No, you're okay. You're fine here. I'll do this right here. I have that same problem, brother. It's called getting old. That's what it is. Young people don't understand it yet. So
There's always been 5 things in my mind that a winning team shares. The good, you got good, and you got great. What separates a good from a great? Okay, so number 1, good from great is, of course, the mindset is I will, I can, and I will. And then the mindset of good is maybe I can, maybe I can't. I'm going to do the best I can. That's a big difference in the mindset. And the number 2 thing, again, is the play calling of that's the correct time. You see the field, but the second thing is in-game changes. If something's not working, quit beating your head against the wall and do the best things, change. So your in-game changes. Third thing is your head coach has got to be intense. He cannot, to me, I don't like, the part about the boy I don't like is he's too laid back. I've been with Saban, you've seen Saban, that's what I like, as far as that goes. The 4th thing a great team has, a good team don't, is that pass rush. And the 5th thing, of course, the running game. You got to be able to stop the run. I don't care where you're at. And that's my 5 things that I look forward to the most. Go ahead.
Nope. That's good points. Very good points. Let me mute you for a second there, AT.
Yeah, mute me, please.
Yep. I'll mute. There we go. All right. Yeah, guys, we're fixing to get out of here. I want to say good morning to Roll Tide, K4U. Carla, you coming in here late, sweetheart. If y'all see Sugar Bell, tell my niece I said hey. Good morning, Roll Tide, to you guys. We are fixing to get out of here. I'm going to give AT another outro, you might say, and then we're going to get out. But thank y'all for coming this morning. I hope you enjoyed the chitter chatter and the chat, because we did. I did anyways, and had a good time. Thank y'all very much for entertaining me. Yeah, I do love you guys. I really do. And y'all don't know how much y'all mean to us. So let me go over here and unmute. There you are, AT.
Can you hear me, bud?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just want to thank you for letting me come on. I actually felt good this morning. I still got this homophobe, but I appreciate you letting me come on. And the guys listen, Alabama is Alabama, but this man right here goes through a lot of stuff. He stays so busy and gives so much of his time. And I want to thank you for Icebox for being who you are. You've been a great friend. You've been a great friend.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I know you wouldn't come on unless you knew you could handle it. And that's why, I just popped you right in here. I really don't want to bring up problems, but AT does have, and he's told you, he does have Parkinson's, and there's times he's got good days and bad days, and he is right. I am a busy guy, but that's because I want to be, and I enjoy Alabama football. I enjoy the chat room. They really don't. I know they don't think I really do enjoy them. I love it. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for them. I don't care about how many views. I don't care about how many subscribers. I care that people have a place to go that they can cuss, fuss, and cheer and whatever else they want to do for their Alabama football team. They can voice their opinions, and that's why I do this. And anyways, we're going to get out of here. AT, any last words before we go, brother?
Just, guys, you cannot give up. If you ever give up, you might as well just quit watching the game. You got to stay with your team the best you can. So, guys, y'all have a happy Thanksgiving. I'm going to speak to you again. Have a Merry Christmas. And thank you, Icebox. I'm going to shut up. Thank you for being my friend.
You're more than welcome, and appreciate you coming on here, guys. AT knows his football. You just got to learn to listen, because AT knows his football. But yeah, we're going to get out of here. AT, take care of yourself. Happy Thanksgiving to you, brother, you and the family. And if I don't get to see you till Christmas or whatever, Merry Christmas to you. But I will be saying it. So if you get feeling good again, click on to come on with me again, brother, anytime.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Guys, y'all have a good evening or a good afternoon, and get ready for another work week. Let's get ready for Auburn. Let's go one more time. Let's take Auburn, and then we'll let the rest take care of itself. Roll Tide to you guys, and thank y'all for coming. But we're gonna get out of here, and y'all have a Roll Tide for today. Goodbye, guys.
Roll Tide.
You've got to be better in all 3 areas of life, which of course are spiritual, mental, and physical. You must be able to discipline yourself. If you don't learn but one thing out of football, it'll be worthwhile. There's There's certain sacrifices that you will have to make. There are going to be many sacrifices you have to make in later life. To fight. Oh, I don't mean fist fight. I mean to get up, come back, and get up, and come back, and get up, and come back again after you've been knocked down. And that could happen to you in later life. But if it does, you're going to know how to handle it. There's no one that ever has or ever will accomplish anything alone. I've read about self-made men. That's Tommy rot, as far as I'm concerned. I don't even know how to define intangibles. And I know that if you learn these lessons, you'll have it. And if you have it, you'll win, and you'll be better prepared in those 3 areas of life that we've been talking about. That there are going to be times for everyone that you're going to get discouraged. But if you never lose sight of your objective and never give up on yourself, if we do that as a team, 11 at the time, 4 years from now, why, we'll be walking out of here